All right. Gotta wait a minute. I gotta steal that whole audience from my brother over there, Cash is King. We're gonna take all his viewers. Boy, I better send the link out. He's already on that YouTube. We gotta get him to come in here. We get his audio straightened out. Here we go. Cash, if you're watching, I just emailed you a link. How's everybody doing tonight? My audio okay? Somebody give me a thumbs up. I forgot how to do all this. I was supposed to be live earlier. I was supposed to be live yesterday. I was supposed to be live the day before that. Things keep kind of coming up, so we had to put it off. I was supposed to be live at 6 o'clock today, and had to go do some stuff on a trailer. So kind of got pulled away, got sidetracked. Saw my brother up here having some audio trouble. Said, "Hey, somebody else go live," and I said, "Hey, here I am. Here I am." Oh, let's see who's in the house here. Killian's trucking first. Thanks for coming in, brother. Brandon Beard and Shop Fees says, "What's up, peeps?" Shop fees are up. That's what's up. You know what's up, Shop Fees. It's you. Krispy Kreme Killer, thanks for coming in. Corey Grafton, Cash is King. There he is. There he is. We got to get him to come in here. Go truck yourself. That's a good name. That's a good name. Oh, he's always late even to his own. I was on time. I was on time to my own show. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? Gus, thanks for coming in. Nomadic Brit. Cole, Corey Witt. We had somebody. Adam Bennett says, "Who's this?" I am Cassius King's older brother. He is the younger of the two of us, and I got the looks in the charm, and he got the ability to entertain. So it's kind of like an Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito scenario, where we each got a little bit of the genetics. But there we go. Sterling, cool trucking in here. Thanks for coming in. Sterling says, "I blame Cash." Somebody's got to be to blame. Can't possibly be me. Yep, Cash is in here. Chop Feast says, "I blame Joe Biden." And then he will turn around and blame Russia. So, can't buy. It's got to keep rolling downhill. You got a lot on your plate trying to build a business like you are. I tell you what. Yes, it is a lot, and we are working hard at it. Definitely. So it's coming along. It's coming along. It might take some time. But we're doing good. We're having a lot of good conversations. I tell you what, that Paul is amazing. He is amazing. Like he'll bring me in. He'll bring me in on some phone calls, and I'll just mute myself, and I'll just listen and listen to him do his magic. And they'll start off completely not interested. No, we're not taking on any more brokers. Not interested. And then he's able to keep them on the phone and say, "Hey, can I tell you what we're doing and get your thoughts on it?" And then by the end of that, they're like, yeah, I kind of want to know more about this. And then by the end of that, they're like, well, maybe, especially, it's an asset based thing. So we turn a lot of hell no's into a lot of maybes, and we turn a few of them into some yeses. And it's just a matter of closing on that. I've had a few people kind of commit, and then they commit and then they don't take your phone call, and then you gotta reel them back in. So this sales thing is really an art, and it's good to have somebody like that on your side, on our side. We're out there selling you guys, so definitely jack of all trades, work on your equipment. Yeah, I don't get into major stuff, but the little stuff, you definitely gotta dive into yourself a little bit. Hot seat in the house. Thanks for coming in. It's alive. Definitely. Oliver says, "I don't want to hear about trucking." All right. It's tractor talk all night then. Hey Truckin' with $20 super chat. Man, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'll put a link here. I'll put a link in the description. Anybody who wants to come in and hang out. Let's yeah, I'd like to hear from you guys and know what's up. Kind of know what's up, but I kind of got some thoughts. We're all I'm kind of from the school of when maybe is it paranoia? Is it conspiracy? You know, when you're watching over here, okay, here's what's going on with this hand, but don't forget what this hand's doing back there trying to pick your pocket, right? So we got fuel prices, rates are low, blah blah blah. We all know what the obvious things are. I'm kind of wondering what's the next shoe to drop. You know, who's reaching around in your back pocket trying to tickle you a little bit there. But uh Nuruddin says park by not greeting me. All right. We can, Cash is king in the house. $100 super chat. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I'll put that link in the chat here. I don't know if I already did. Cash, if you want to come in, that'd be great. Um, Eddie's gonna turn in that carrier packet. Okay. Yeah, I'm still getting those sorted. We got a lot coming in. We had a lot of interest, and I'm learning. Learning the system here, getting them all entered, getting all the paperwork. Some people have had to go back and get some additional paperwork, and that's okay. That happens. Um, I'm working on that side of it, reading through everything and seeing what everybody's preferred lanes are, learning what kind of equipment they got, and kind of building a little bit of profile. And then Paul's out doing his deal, and we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. It's fierce right now, boy. I tell you what, it's fierce, the competition. So it's good we got a guy like that. Why not greeting me? I just did greet you there, Nerdin. Uh, Kelly Patterson says I like the movie Twins. Yeah, I mean, as long as I'm Arnold, hey, right? As long as I'm Arnold. Survive to thrive in house. Thanks for coming in, Gary Bates. From way back, old school thumbs up and poop emoji. Thank you, brother. You sound better. How are you feeling? Considerably better. Considerably better. My voice is still, on the mend, but I had a hard 3 months there. I'll tell you that. Boy, whoo, we made her. Hey, they say what kill you don't make you. What doesn't kill you will make you stronger. I don't know about that. What don't kill you can really kick your ass and drag you around the parking lot and leave you in the gutter. Adam Bennett says, "Are you lying about being brothers?" Well, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Uh, I don't know. Is it lying? Is it stretching the truth? The world may never know. Uh, we think we may be related somehow because I tell you what, our lives run a very similar parallel. We have an awful lot in common, and more than you guys will ever know. And it's he knocked on my truck door one day, and I opened the door, and he looked at me and he said, "You complete me, dude. You complete me." And then there was a little tear ran down his cheek, and we bro hugged like long lost brothers. What are you gonna do? Just you don't have to be blood to be brothers now, right? Stavros says, "FJB, hey, go for the gold, my brother. Let it all out. Uh, you know, we're grown adults here. We can handle it." Did you get enough leads? Yes, thank you. We're working some of them, and there was a couple of them we had on the list already, and that was a lot. We got so many organizing and prioritizing, and we got a couple hard no's from a couple people, which is you're gonna have that. Not everybody's gonna jump in and want you to haul freight for them, which is understandable, but um, it's definitely a game of follow up. They say the average sale isn't made until the 10th phone call, and most people give up after three. After being told no 3 times, most people just drop it and don't pursue it. Most sales are made after the 10th phone call. So, some of them were right there at the 5 or 6 or 7, and we'll see, right? Persistence. Persistence. Gary Bates says, no land for me. Must have been a scam. Okay. Go Truck Yourself says, people are trying to blame Trump, saying it's all because of the PPP loans. Yeah, that's so 2020, right? This is 2022. 2022. Lost in Space says, my electric truck is on back order, don't you know? Oh, probably can't make them batteries, don't you know? Shop Fees says, I want to have a baby with DIY. Oh, I can imagine what you look like there, Shop Fees. Tesla truck is now asking for a down payment for their truck. Didn't you always have to have a down payment though? I know I was reading an article, some big company put a down payment on like 200 of them. I can't remember the company. TBT says, I have my tinfoil hat theory, but you just have to roll with the BS and overcome and adapt. Yeah, but you know, those tinfoil hat theories are looking more and more realistic every day, aren't they? I tell you what, like, somebody owes Alex Jones an apology. Somebody somewhere. Some of that stuff is pretty far out there, but some of that stuff he was pretty spot on with. I tell you what. Gary Bates says, I got lawyer fees to prove it. What happened, Gary? I've been out of the loop. Did you go look at some land and get scammed, or what? What happened? Cash is King says, I'll be in soon, pooping in a 5-gallon bucket. Oh, he must be done. Here he is. Right here. You got that lid on? You got that lid on tight?
Not done yet.
Oh.
Not done yet.
I can tell by the grimace on your face. Hey, breathe. People don't believe we're brothers.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, people don't believe we're brothers. We even dress alike.
We got basically the same hat on, just a different logo.
Same shirt, just different lighting.
The exact same shirt.
This happens all the time.
Oh, man. I'm assuming you got on a gray pair of 2X Hanes underwear.
Let me check. They blue with racing stripes.
Is that what you call them these days?
Yeah.
I don't think that's a racing stripe, bro.
No.
You're stretching you're stretching what we call racing stripes a little bit, I think.
Oh, all right. Well, hey, publicly congratulations on your 10,000 subscribers. And
yeah, we're like almost 12 now.
12 now, yeah. Blowing up. You're gonna blow right past me. Yep. Good for you. Happy to see that. I'm gonna, as you go by, I'm gonna grab them coattails. Just hang on.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, where's the famous people in this live show? You know, I mean, where's Just Trucking? Where's that Velox 18? Where's Nevada?
I don't know. I'm not through the comments yet, but Adam Bennett does not believe me that we're really brothers. Are we or are we not? You don't have to be blood to be brothers.
He also said he would give you a $50 super chat if I came in here. That's why I came in here pooping on a bucket.
Thank you. Thanks for coming in.
I
was trying to explain the Danny DeVito Arnold Schwarzenegger paradox to people. You know, but as long as I can be Arnold.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's Danny DeVito. He's way more entertaining.
Yeah, but Arnold's he's badass. You know, a man of action and few words.
Yeah, I get you. You know, he's over there knocking up the staff. You know, I'm just saying.
It's not a bad life. I mean, you know, if you you got money to pay for all, you know, whatever.
Whatever. I guess.
Although, I mean, you're married. What are you doing with that maid?
Yeah.
What are you doing with that maid that looks like the teacher from Porky's? I mean, come on.
Oh,
Just
great reference. Great
yeah.
reference.
So let me
You're
explain that
killing
to you.
it.
That's a movie from back in the 80s, right?
Ah.
It was ahead of its time. It was entertaining. It
Oh.
was risque. It was risque for its time.
Mm, okay.
Uh, Sterling says he's a conspiracy enthusiast. Cool. All right. That's what we need.
Me too.
Oliver
Me too.
880 says, I see the Great Pumpkin is getting into the reefer business. The Schneider is? Is that what you're saying?
Schneidy. Schneider does the Walmart over there in Sterling. I was over there
Mm-hmm.
yesterday. Schneider's a little bit into reefer. When you
Yeah.
get that big, you got to be in a little bit of everything. Honestly,
You got to diversify. Boy, who was texting me?
true that.
Don't y'all know I'm live? I'm entertaining folks. Oh, it's Fate Trucking.
Oh,
Fate Trucking.
oh.
Uh, yeah. Let me text him
What's
back and said, "Who do you think you are?"
uh?
Says Jamie's having a tough day. Shout out to Jamie. Hey, it's gonna get better. Uh, it's a hard knock life for us, don't you know?
That's true. I've heard that song you have about that.
Yeah. See, I like to dress up like Little Orphan Annie and do rap videos with, with Jay-Z. Who doesn't?
Dude, on clearance today at Walmart. I was at the Walmart in Toma today.
Hmm.
Uh, on clearance for $7.50, they had an Easy E T-shirt.
Oh, did they have it in like 3X? Did you get one?
No, no.
Do you know what kind
They
of
never
street
big.
cred I would have with that? That would hang right next to my Ice
I was
Cube
gonna
T-shirt.
buy it for you, but
Well, that's next time. I could go there and get one. Cassius King says I like it when they use two hands to pick my prison wallet. TBT says that's typical government tactics. You look over here and we do this over here. That's right. It's also a
uh-huh.
Dice Clay move. Well, I'm over here now. Oh, there we go. Adam Bennett says
Oh,
I give $50 if Cassius comes in. He's here, dog. He's here.
we
Stocking
dancing. We
reasons.
dancing.
Okay. We shucking and jiving over here.
How's my audio, by the way? How's my
Way
audio?
better. Way better. Your live was a little rough, I'll be
Yeah.
honest with you. You were
Yeah.
sounded
Yeah.
like Lassie was going to try to find Timmy going to find the folks because Timmy was in a well. See, now Lassie was
Yeah.
a dog. That was a TV show from back in the 50s, right? In the 60s. So I know I got to
I
explain
was
the way
fixing.
back to you.
That was my next question. What the hell are you talking about?
Back in the 50s when I was only 16 years old. The TV show. Okay. Eddie says next shoe to drop speed limiters. More states adopting carb. My opinion only. Maybe. What about now that
sure.
we're weak? What about now that we're weak? They slip in a little bit of oh, what the hell was that called? The AB5? A yeah, the AB5. What if they slip that in?
Yeah. Be a good
What
one.
if yeah, we're weak now. The power's, somewhat in somebody else's favor. The winds have shifted a little bit. They don't need you as bad. If everybody in California said screw it, we're going on strike, they'd probably be all right. They'd probably be okay with that. Is that the next shoe to drop? Is it non-payment? Are these scallywags going to stop paying?
Oh, that's for sure.
We got,
You know that's coming.
Mm-hmm. When they don't need you no more, when they don't need you no more, they're going to treat you like, like a stepchild.
But with all that non-payment, if we only had a good factoring company we knew about,
I know. Oh, I know about one. Triumph Capital. I've been talking to Triumph Capital, and they're gonna not sponsor. I guess I got a link for you. I'll start putting it in there, but I'll do a video on it. But they're a bank. They're a factoring company, actually part of a bank. So they got some clout. They got resources. They got lawyers, and they're heavily regulated. Are you going to see now that trucking is down, rates are down, there's less money for everybody. Are you going to see some factoring companies fold? Because you've seen factoring companies pop up all over the place here lately. If you call over there to Triumph, tell them you heard it from me. I don't have the phone number handy. Talk to Ashley over there and sign up. You want to be with a factoring company that's got some attack dogs if things start to go bad here. You want to be the one that's regulated, because no, they're not. Factoring companies are not very regulated. They could make off with money too. So
Right.
be better safe than. So when times are good, what does it matter? Everybody's got $1 million, right? When times get tough, that's when you got to watch your pennies. Man, is it raining over there? What's going on?
Get you some of that.
Oh, free truck wash. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
KF in the house. Thanks for coming in. Nomadic Brit, always in here for support. Email for DIY and Freight Connect to Adam at apex-cargo.com. Yeah, appreciate that. We'll probably do an update on that soon, just to keep everybody posted on what's going on. It's coming along. We're making progress. I just hope the world don't grow to crap, beforehand. But hey, if it does, then nothing anybody can do about it anyway. I don't worry about that. I mean, that's completely out of our control, or out of my control. So I try to focus on the things I can control. Like, I don't know, what can I control? I'm completely out of control. The comments just jumped on me. Look at that.
You know what I always say, business don't care about your feelings.
Oh, sounds like a wise man said that. Where'd you hear that first?
Well, see, you said your truck don't care about your feelings, and I adapted it to business doesn't care about your feelings.
Okay. That's good. That's good.
Gonna make me a sweet hashtag and a t-shirt with that on it.
Nice.
Maybe sell an NFT with that on it.
Sterling got it figured out. He says, I identify as Ukraine, so Pelosi can hug me and fill my wallet with sweet American dollars. Yeah, but then if you're Ukraine, you got to turn around and give all that money back to Hunter Biden. So you're out anyways. All right. We have confirmation. I'm Arnold and you're Danny DeVito.
Right. I take that.
All right. Nuruddin says, I'm going to get me CDL soon. What kind of loads, trailer type of job do you advise me to start with? Your van's going to be your easier stuff. If you're looking to start small.
Local.
Yeah.
Go local.
Get you a good local job. Get you a good local union job. Sets yourself up real nice. Maybe who's a good one? That Yellow Freight, FedEx. FedEx is a good one, isn't it?
FedEx, Estes, Dayton. Get that line haul position. Home every day. Make $100,000.
Old Dominion. Old Dominion.
I think that's a good job. Yeah.
How about Gemini Transport hauling fuel?
Yes, sir. Come on with it. Maybe we'll have to see. I don't know. The guys make money over there.
They killing it. Definitely. Oliver 880 wants to know, was I at the pilot in Benton Harbor, Michigan in the back row when Cassius King knocked on your door and offered to complete you? Yeah, for $20. Oh, Trucker Wild in here says, you're keeping me awake. Good to see you. Well, I don't mean to keep you awake. If you got to go to bed, go to bed. Sleep is precious. Are you working nights? Is that what you're saying? You working nights?
Just to be clear, you weren't the first guy I was completing that day.
I know. I thought that smelled kind of funny. I wasn't going to complain. I had a coupon. I was going to use it.
Well, your punch card was complete. I do remember that.
Yeah. You don't walk away from free completion. Survive to Thrive says, I swore I'd
Oh,
never come back, but I found my way back into New Hampshire. New England is like a trap with the rates. Yeah, I mean the money isn't that even good. Any words? Is that a word salad? Am I vice president? The rates aren't even all that great going in anymore. So you're definitely not getting it
right.
coming out. Definitely not getting it coming out. Bless you, sir. For the power only carriers, do you have trailers for rent? Um, Not right this second. That could happen in the future. I haven't quite figured that part out yet. We've been so focused on we got to have something to offer first and see what everything looks like. And there may be who knows, there could be customers with that need. You find the right customer, you never know. You never know. Uh, how's it going? It's going. It's going, Virgil. Cool Truckin' says that was just my Northwest Rolodex. I have so much more. I bet you do. You've been around a long time. Uh, we're gonna keep in touch on some of the stuff we talked about. Definitely there, Cool Truckin'. I did talk to Paul about it. He says, let's get some things rolling and figured out first, and then we'll talk. Maybe the three of us will talk about all that. Miguel says, I'm in Cali. My truck is gonna be put out off of service next year. How can I register it out of state to get it tagged up again, or how can I do that to keep it on the road? Um, are you moving? I mean, is that what you're saying? You leaving the state? Because if it's timed out in California, even if you have it registered somewhere else, can you even enter the state with it? I don't know. I don't know. Um, Call up there to Sacramento and give them a piece of your mind first. Get some satisfaction out of it before you let them make you spend a whole bunch of money. Here's one for Cash. What is your favorite GPS? Now the GPS, is that stand for giant piece of you know what?
Yes, yes. I don't know. I can't recommend one. I just can't recommend one.
I like the
I got
Garmin
a
only because
Garmin
I like the
and I
interface.
punch in. What's that?
I like the Garmin just because I like the interface that it has.
Mm. I got no internet, dog. I think I'm gonna hop off here. I can't hear you.
What happened? You hear me now?
Yeah, it started raining and lightning again. I
Oh,
noticed that whenever it starts lightning around here, I lose my internet.
people just like seeing your pretty face if you just want to hang out a little bit, see if it gets better. They think you're beautiful.
Okay.
I mean, who am I to argue? I can't argue with that. You're a pretty man. Trucker Wild says KF Trailers in Pennsylvania has decent vans. They get from auction in decent trailers, easy financing. Uh it's gonna be a while before I buy anything. It's we'll be bargain shopping. I don't have any I don't have any immediate needs, so it'll be as needed and one opportunity at a time, I guess. And hey, I'm still waiting to see what uh, what kind of fuel prices we're going to get to. We're not done yet. We're not even close to done yet. I'm pretty sure that. Uh, let's see here. We got twins. The Rory's checking in from the house. Thanks for coming in. Kelly Patterson says, I got my tin for a hat wrapped inside of a Faraday cage. Yeah, you don't want them getting to your brain. You got to keep them out of your head. They'll read your thoughts, man. They'll use your fillings for antennas, right? Daryl Worth says, I feel for your mother. Yeah, that was at least, we were, a few minutes apart. We didn't try coming out at the same time. Jack says, Cash's audio got better after the poop. Yeah, it'll clear up depending on what you had for breakfast, it'll clear up your voice box a little bit. Brandon says, what else do y'all have that looks the same? Oh, baby. Car, pickup truck. Uh, we'll leave it at that. You could go on for a while. but that's too private. East Texas Trucker in the house. What's up? Thanks for coming in. Jack of all trades, still waiting for round 3. What the trucking rates? Blood doesn't make make you family. Loyalty does. Yeah, we're ride or die. You know, the two of us, best of buddies. Yuzi says, I'm in Washington State. I would like to tell everyone here to stop booking these super cheap loads. $200 load, and people are booking them like flies. I hate to tell you. I mean, not that I disagree with it, but this say no to cheap freight thing doesn't work. So let's move on to something else. We all know don't haul freight for cheap. Been spouting it for 50 years, and people continue to do it, and they're going to continue to do it. So you're wasting, let's not waste our energy on it. Let's just try to find another way. Let's just try to find another way. More solutions, right? Because these people, there's people out here that are going to haul for nothing, and we can't stop them. They just got to be sorted out. They got to be weeded out, and when they are, hey, hopefully the rest of us are still here. Fuel goes to $10 a gallon. Are we still here? I don't know. It's day by day. It's day by day, right? Red Diesel, thanks for coming in. Red Diesel says he ran multi-stop reefer loads for Schneider all over Chicago in 2010, 2012. Yeah, they have some. I've seen them have some reefers for a while, but I don't think they've ever had a good number of them. Okay, run the Walmart account. There we go, Big Daddy Beulah Ballbreaker. I think was the lady from the movie Porky's. Yeah. How did we get on that? Did I tell him that that's what he looked like? I can't even remember. Oh, Red Diesel uses Triumph. Pretty good stuff. Yeah, yeah. They're secure. They're a secure company. We had a lot of, you think about it. How many dispatch services popped up? Brokers. We had a lot of factoring companies come up too, because you had so many new carriers, right? We had so many new, one truck authorities or new authorities. Most of them use factoring. It was easy to be a factoring company. Now things turning around, rates are going down. That's less money for them. Some of these guys are going to fall off. It could cause trouble if these factoring companies built, a bigger hierarchy, or got some of us did, went out and got these expensive trucks at inflated rates when the things were good. What did they do? Did they take out lines of credit with an adjustable rate? So they were originally doing their part at 3% annualized, and now with the rates going up every couple of months, are they going to be up to 5-6% when they're, what can they survive? Who knows what they built for themselves? So, think about that. Miguel says, I'm on Triumph. It's whatever. They're lazy to follow up on payments from companies, have to always do their work for or reminding them. Yeah, you have to do that anyway. It's in the contract. Like, if the customer doesn't pay, you got to pay it back. Yeah, that's the way it goes. Dang, chat jumped on me again. Where in the heck? Oh, I'm gonna kill this mouse. I'm gonna kill this mouse that I'm using here. Porter Billing Services is a good factoring company. Okay. Thunder Funding. Okay. Sounds like they're good. You never see brokers complaining about profit or margins. Every post is about rates, no matter what is going on. Brokers always get their profits. The big boys do. The big ones do. But I mean, it's very much a competition. It is. But yeah, it's I think C.H. Robinson had a record first quarter this year, but probably who didn't? I mean, it was such a good environment. Send that rain to New Mexico? No, we need it here. We are definitely short on water. We needed some rain. We got the crops in the ground. We got them taters in the ground, and the corn is in a lot of places. We just need some rain. Need some rain. Tom says your videos got me into trucking, brother. Love your videos. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm just kidding. Hopefully it's going well for you. Uh, I hate to influence that decision. The world is already going to crap. Well, a case can be made for that. Can't cannot argue with that. It's not a. There's just so many things at once, isn't it? It's so many things at once. Cisco ordered 800 electric Cascadias, but what can you do with a truck that only offers a 230-mile range? Well, I mean, for a company like Cisco, probably a good number of their trucks don't go that far. You take a, like an electric truck, Cascadia would make a lot of sense at a company like a Walmart, where they're going from DC center to stores. A good number of those trucks probably never see 200 miles in a day. It would make a lot of sense. Uh, in your UPSs, maybe your FedExes, some of their line haul is not that far out and back, the shorter stuff. Oh no! Look what the cat dragged in. One fake trucking.
Here
How
we
you doing?
go.
How we doing, sir? Let me continue with. I'm behind in the comments here a little bit. Minnesota trucking, MN trucking. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. A lot of farmers are selling their trucks in Kansas. I guess no harvesting this year. That's something that's not getting enough attention is what these fuel prices and fertilizer shortages are doing to farmers. It is not getting enough attention. And people need to know that it's going to be a crisis. You have less fertilizer, you're going to have less yield. You can't just take a field that's been sprayed with Roundup Ready crops for years. The biology in the soil is dead. You have no soil biology, and plant a crop with no fertilizer. There's no biology to help the plant grow, and people are cutting back. Using half as much, whatever. So yields are going to be down, and with fuel prices, it's going to cost them so much to harvest this stuff. They're getting it in the ground. Luckily, fuel prices are what they are now. Who knows? Are they $10 a gallon come harvest time, and then you're getting half the yield? We're going to have that can cause food shortages, but it doesn't get enough attention. Let me just see here. People are more important than trucking, a wise man once said. Yeah, he says it all the time. Shop don't care about your feelings. You got that right. Business, government, or brokers don't care about your feelings. Hey, newsflash, nobody cares about your feelings. Nobody. Only you. Only you can care about your feelings. Try Coop by Ryder for trailer rental. Okay. You can sit at the dock with a range of 230 miles. Yeah, you can do that. Oh, Man versus Road. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, people are throwing out some local companies here. ABF, that's a good one. Pitt, Ohio. Red Diesel, $10 super chat. I appreciate it. Appreciate all the good information. Well, I appreciate you watching. Northwoods, is this spot market crash a plan to keep only certain mega carriers and mega companies in control? One can only speculate the reason. I mean, it happened. We're here. I think honestly, you can attribute it to a lot of things, really. And are things planned? Sometimes they really look like it. No, this is kind of a sudden thing. Like it came on very quickly. So it is what it is. We're here. We got to find a way to deal with it. Daryl says, "I'll wait till truck prices drop before I buy one. Should be soon." Yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be a while before we get the bargain prices. There's so much going on in the world with this inflation. The shortages, as Fate Trucking here can tell you, the shortages in supply chain for parts is not. It just isn't getting better, and that people are so upside down in these vehicles. It's going to be hard for them to be scraping bottom. It might take a while till we're really in crisis situation. But yeah, they're going to come down. First, what you're going to see is the equipment become available. Trailers are going to become available, right? They won't be as cheap as you want. But then once the market is got a good supply, then prices will start to come down. But it takes a little bit of time. you're gonna see a lot of stuff at the auctions. That's for sure. But is it still a frenzy? We got to see what happens at the auctions. Are people still losing their damn minds buying anything just because they think they have to have something? I don't know. Bargain hunters will be out. That's for sure. Trucking along with Kersey. Thanks for coming in. Took a short hop for 750 mile. Now I have a few more loads getting back to the Midwest for a 375-ish average. Ain't coming back this time. Okay. All right. What else we got here? So what's going on with you, Fate Trucking?
Absolutely nothing. Sitting at home watching the NHL playoffs.
That's fancy artwork you got in the back wall of that Kenworth. Or Mac.
Mac. Yeah, the Mac's still in the shop. Like you were saying, the part shortage, which you brought up an interesting topic the other day when we were talking.
Yeah, I do that. I do that from time to time.
Yeah, you're a lot of people are aware my truck went into the shop for a rear main seal. In the process, the shop broke the bell housing. The bell housing was on national back order. Long story short, we ordered the part as a catastrophic like breakdown, and Mac had the part to us in a week after telling us it's on national back order. There's no time frame on when we're gonna get it, which just seems very strange,
Well, you didn't know it. I made a couple phone calls behind the scenes.
Oh, okay. Once again, I owe it all to you, right?
No, I'm not saying you owe me anything. I'm just saying, hey, Daddy made things happen, like he does. That's what dads do. We make things all better, right?
Yes.
Hey, watch what I do for your bill tomorrow. So your bill, did you disclose what your bill is at the end of the day today?
No, I did not.
Okay, but you know what it is. So when you go in tomorrow and talk to them, you let me know how much I got that bill down for you. I made some phone calls.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You're gonna be met with a pleasant surprise tomorrow, but you're still gonna have to do some work on them. You have to.
Okay.
You're gonna have to state your case, and
I think I have a pretty fair case. Meaning, what I mean by that is, I have proof via text messages and emails how, oh, we'll have your truck ready the next day. 2 days later, truck's still not. You know what I mean? Like, it's amazing. It's amazing. I don't know the right word. It's
nonsense.
Yeah, it's driving me nuts.
We could use words like skullduggery and tomfoolery.
Tomfoolery, skullduggery. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Prime is still selling trailers for 89 to 90,000. Dang. Are people paying it though? Are they buying them? Are they selling? I don't know. East Texas trucker, is there even going to be any fuel left to haul when summer ends anyway? I think we're sending it all overseas. Yeah, that's not being talked about enough either. They are doing that. And I ought to be worried about that. I'm telling you, because nobody's doing anything to help us to like make the supply go back in our favor. They're screwing us. And whoever sits back and allows it is complicit. And stop with the, well, anyway, it's going to get worse. It's just the way it is. Dang, chat jumped on me again. Here we go. Oh, G-Star's in the house. Thanks for coming in. You're late. But thanks for being here. Bull of the Woods says, it ain't got no diesel in it. That's right. You working down there at Bill Cox's outfit? Where'd you go? Get a towel? You back?
I'm getting hot and cold in my house, so I just went and shut the door.
Survive to Thrive says, I'm already paying 10 to 12,000 per month in fuel at average of $5 with discounts. I'll be honest, 9 or 10 per gallon. Just don't see how that would work. It don't work. It doesn't work, but they don't care, man. They don't care. They don't. Can you imagine living in that world? Can you imagine what a loaf of bread will cost? If you probably won't even get anything. you will get nothing and you will be happy about it. It's just the way it is. Somebody will tell you what you get and what you don't get at some point. This is ridiculous. We're losing our way of life. Honestly. Lance Dillon in the house says, "Good evening. What's the best truck option for owner who doesn't want to drive? Semi, box, or hot shot? Give yourself whatever gives you the most versatility. Now is not the time to take on a niche market unless it's a good one. Box truck is up and down. It's kind of tough. There was a lot of box truck work during the last couple of years. Hot shot, the hot shot market has been pretty good the last few years, but typically, historically, it's not wonderful. At least if you got a tractor, you can hook it to, how many different kinds of trailers and have some versatility. But man, look at fuel prices. It's a tough time to enter. I hate saying it ain't a good time to enter because there's always opportunity somewhere, and I don't know what the hell you're doing. You could have something lined up already, but it's a tough time to get into this business with the market the way it is.
There's so many uncertainties that are stacked against you.
Yeah, and you look to the future in the next few months, and you try to find a bright spot and a reason to be optimistic, and it's hard because you don't see anybody taking a whole lot of action to solve some of these problems. Now, I've been reading a lot of things of people saying that Freight Waves was a little bit too pessimistic a couple months ago when they published that story about a bloodbath coming in trucking. Here's the thing. These guys that write these articles don't have any trucks, right? So they don't feel the pain. They're not feeling the pain that the rest of us are feeling with these fuel prices. But there is some hope in the near future here that some volume is coming of freight, but it's going to be a lot more spread out than it was last time. Instead of as concentrated as in like the LA ports and stuff, it's going to be spread out to a lot more ports. So there's some of that maybe to look forward to. But how can you look forward to it when diesel's $6 a gallon? By the time it gets here, is it $7 a gallon?
So, can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah, that's what we do here.
You were just talking, when stuff starts coming back in, it might not be like the California ports as much or the LA ports as much. It might be other ports. Do you remember maybe like 4 months ago, 5 months ago? Oh, Cash is back. I can get off. But 4 or 5 months ago, they were talking about ports in like Florida opening up more, but like the shipping companies were saying they're saving money by letting the ships sit at sea instead of going all the way down and around to Florida. What's changed, I guess? What makes you say that comment? That more ports are going to be used?
They're adding capacity in more ports, so they're able to handle more containers in and out. They've got pricing. They've had some time to work on pricing for shipping, whichever route they need to go. And it's become logical. Like, you're going to go to the LA port now. A lot of that congestion is relieved. In California, they've made a lot of progress to getting a lot of them ships moving.
Right.
But they've just struck up new deals. Even excuse me, his Cash is back. Let's bring him back in.
Yeah, and I can jump out so Cash can.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. He's just sitting on that 5-gallon bucket, hanging out. Can you hear us, Cash?
I still got horrible internet. I just wanted to jump in and say real quick, I love watching Fate watch TV. Maybe he should start doing that as like a video on his channel.
Watch me watch TV?
Yeah.
Huh.
Honestly, it's the most entertaining thing he does.
Oh, jeez. Oh, snap. I'm going to drop the link in the comments here if anybody else wants to come in here and take a shot at my boy Fate Trucking. Live.
But I'm out again. I just wanted to give Fate a hard time real quick.
Come up with anything else, feel free to stop in.
Yeah.
There you go. Anybody else wants to get some jab in on you? Fate Trucking. With both Raiders.
Raiders.
All right. You got a Raiders bet. I'm going to give you that because of Howie Long and Lyle Alzado.
Yeah, and that'd be Ted Hendricks. No, yeah, Ted Hendricks also.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm reading some comments here. Yeah, Hustler has been dealing with Triumph the last 4 years, never had any problem. Okay. Oliver says Taylor Farms and Tyson Farms is the new accounts for Schneider. Okay. Does the factoring company have a site you can enter MC numbers of the brokers? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Credit check. Yeah, you got to credit check them. There we go. Cassius King says, "Oh, great, Faith's here. I like watching other people watch TV. Are you watching hockey?"
I turned it off. I didn't
Okay.
realize it was that big of a distraction. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh. Oliver 880 says, "My friend up in Syracuse that has a large dairy farm, he had a tanker of off-road diesel delivered and it was $36,000. And he'll burn through that in 10 days. He goes through about 170,000 gallons. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Whew. Kelly Patterson says, the 4 horsemen are on the way. War, famine, pestilence, and eventually death. It's eventually. Who wants to be around for that?
What's
That's
the
not a
4
good.
horsemen?
Well, I'm gonna teach you about this book you want to read a little later on. Teach you all about it.
Is it in that book?
It is. Have you read it yet? It's all about you. It's all about you, dog.
#1 bestseller.
That's right. That's right.
Good time to read it. It's always a good time to read it, but sometimes it's better than others.
Brandon just cooked him a $24 ribeye. Woo.
Ooh,
Potatoes and green beans while watching. It's really good. Dang, you make me. Oh, we got any ribeye in here? No. Fresh out. Fresh out. We went out for prime rib last Saturday. I haven't been out in a long, long time. And that was pretty good. Survive to Thrive says, between rates and fuel costs, it's the perfect storm. If not for what fuel is doing, the rates going down wouldn't be that big a deal. We knew rates would eventually go back down. Yeah, I mean, it's separate from fuel. It would be okay, but this fuel is gosh damn ridiculous. And the bad part is this something could be done about this, but nobody seems to give a damn. So sit there and take it, right? Isn't that what we're supposed to do? Oh, you got that green screen strong down there with both feet.
Yeah.
Where are you at? Yosemite Park?
Here. That's my church camp.
Oh, okay.
It's up in, up by McCall in Idaho. Okay.
BT Trucking says 160 grand for a 2020 Freightliner with 600,000 miles still. Wow. Dang, who's gonna pay, who's paying that in a time like this? Like, you just wait a month and you'll get it cheaper. But yeah, I'm sticking by that. I think prices are going to take a while to come down, and they're not going to go, I don't think, as low as we think because of so many other market factors. We lost with both feet. He'll be back. Come on back in. Steeler Reholder says, our leader in command is hell-bent on forcing us to go green, even if it takes the American people going through the 1920s recession again. Well, we are in the 2020s. Seems that way, doesn't it? Kind of seems that way. Like, we can do that. Like, I'm in favor of, like, being responsible and doing smart things with the environment, but this is something else. Like, to say it has to be done in freaking a year, you're going to destroy what's left of an economy. And when you do get your green agenda, there ain't going to be an economy left to do anything with. It is crazy. Yeah, Eddie says China's punishing us with the Shanghai lockdown. Yeah, if you wanted to do economic warfare against the U.S., that's exactly how you do it. That's how you do it. Is you keep putting that whiplash in the economy, the wild ups and downs, and largely they're helping. I mean, they're helping themselves. They ain't helping us.
Yeah, I started watching Sage here recently, and yeah, he's got some interesting insight on that.
Is he? Okay. Yeah. Oh, Cash King with $5 super chat. I appreciate it. I'm starting a crane rental company called you.Crane. Hopefully, I can get some help from the feds. P.S. Turn off the TV, Fate.
It is off. It's off.
That's
The
fine.
TV is not on.
Oh my God, he cracks me up. Cracks me up. Nito on the track says fuel theft is in the future. Get them hoses ready. Yeah, man. I think we talked about that a little while ago. I thought it was time to get some locking fuel caps and some anti-siphon devices. Shop Fee says I've had locking fuel caps since my fuel got stolen in 2017. Yeah, I remember that. What we got? I had locking fuel caps till they drilled holes in my tanks. Yeah, that'll do it. Survive says problem is between the profitability of literally running out of diesel and parts shortages, national back orders, all those things will put even the most prepared small company out of business. Yeah, I mean you can only handle so much. Honestly, it's painful. It's painful. There's a breaking point for everybody. I mean, hell, there's a breaking point for Schneider. There's a breaking point for Swift. God help us if we ever get to that point. You know. Vic Med says it's funny we're moving containers out of the ports, taking to the storage facilities, not to warehouses. I don't know what the heck they're doing. Are they trying to take containers out of the chain, out of the supply chain, or they just trying to find a place to store them? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Are they full containers you're taking to storage facilities?
Must be.
I wonder if people are ordering them to be taken there because they're stocking up. So if you brought this container in full of whatever tiddlywinks and you're a company, you only have so much warehouse space. Are you renting storage facilities to stock up on whatever? So when we got these Shanghai ports shut down, you can't get your tiddlywinks, but you got a whole storage shed full of them. Is that what they're doing? Or I wonder. Because inventories, large inventories are largely a thing of the past for big companies. They've really leaned out inventories. If they've done that, perhaps they don't have places to keep it. So maybe I wonder if they're renting space. Interesting. Vic says if containers are not going to warehouses, then that freight can't be delivered. Okay, so they must be loaded. Miguel says how much they charge to put in a rear main seal, Fate.
I have no idea. I will find out tomorrow at 11 because it's turned into a nightmare.
What is it? A month of lost revenue and then whatever they want to charge.
Yep.
Yeah, no doubt. Port in Wilmington was busy today. I tell you, it was a good week for freight. Freight was a little bit busier. A lot of trucks off the road. A lot of guys stayed home for the DOT blitz. It's a good time to take a vacation. But rates were better. And you know what? It made the appearance anyway that volumes were up.
So real quick, I can just give you an estimate. Like when the truck went in for the diagnostic and everything, they gave me an estimate. It was $10,300 to do all the work that they wanted to do to the truck, which included rear main seal, new clutch, and fan wheel. That doesn't include all the crap that's happened since then, which they broke, which I'm not paying for, but still the bill in the estimate, the truck was supposed to be ready May 2nd. It's what, May 18th, 19th today. So.
Okay. Cassius King says shop fees, MUDFLAP works great. I use TVC mostly in the Northeast and the South. TVC is EFS, so the fees suck. Oh, okay. All right. TVC, Cash King promoting that TVC driver fuel card. Everybody check that out. If you're gonna get one, use that man's promo code. You get something out of it. If he led you to the water, let him drink. Is that how it goes? I don't know. Gus says they call it Operation Bring America to Its Knees. I thought it was Operation Sleepy Weasel, is what we were calling it. I don't know.
I've never heard that. That's funny.
Never seen Hot Shots?
No, what's
Come on.
that?
Never mind. It's a movie. Brandon says, turn the TV back on. I enjoy watching you watching TV. Pretty please. Ah, jeepers.
Yeah.
AC keeps blowing hot and cold, off and on. Do you think that means the refrigerant is low? Clutch and fan is working.
Blend door.
I'm sorry, what'd you say there?
Blend door, maybe.
It is a possibility. It is a possibility. Check that first.
Yeah, it shouldn't get hot, even if the AC's not working. Well, I don't know. It might go to the outside temp, I guess.
Unless a compressor isn't cycling as it should. You know, when it gets warm, is it kicking on right away? Could be a few things. Cash is king. Needs those tiddlywinks. He's got a whole storage shed full of them. I'm gonna price gouge on those tiddlywinks. All right.
Yeah.
There you go. Hot Shots Part 2. That's what I thought it was. I thought it was Part 1, but apparently it's Part 2. Just got a rebuild on a 2012 Cascadia. Took 5 weeks at a Freightliner dealer. Oh, jeepers.
Wow.
Oh, man. Everything's taking so long now. Even if they have the parts, have the stuff, it's just like policy to take so long. I don't. You're not the only one dealing with it, Freight Trucking. I've had 2 other guys. I mean, one of them was down last week, all week for, was it a cam seal or something like that? I can't even remember. And then another one was down, a month ago for 2 weeks for something really stupid. It's I don't know. Even reputable, well-known, good shops are taking time. I'm sure they're shorthanded. It is what it is. You ever think you'd see the day there with both feet when you couldn't get anybody in this country to work anymore? When nobody wanted to work?
Sad. Help wanted signs everywhere. But hey, we're 3.6% unemployment.
Yeah.
Hey, let me talk about that real quick.
Looking for work. What's that? Scott, I'm sorry, I walked on you.
No, that's fine. What's funny about that is I've shared, I have a 18-year-old daughter, right? And she thinks it's normal to walk into places and get $20 an hour to work folding burritos and stuff like that, right? Yeah. The company she works for right now sent everybody home except 2 people because their cost of operation is too high. Well, it's because they're I had a talk with her yesterday about it. Like, well, you got 9 people and they're making $20-some an hour when really they should be getting paid like $7 an hour.
What'd you think was going to happen?
Yeah, companies are starting to feel that. They send her home and then have her come back for like 2 hours at the end of the day to close. You know what I mean? Companies are starting to do weird things like that.
No, it's not weird. It's what happens. Anybody that knows anything about economics can tell you that exact thing happens when you raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. People actually lose money and people will lose their job. You can't have 10 people there making $15 an hour when you were bringing in the same amount of revenue you were when they were making $7.50.
Yeah. Plus,
do I think
gone up by now?
Yeah, and food and their gas price and everything else. Raising the minimum wage like that hurts the very people the most that make a minimum wage, because stuff like that happens. You have to let people go.
Right.
And people that make minimum wage are generally the ones that use the services the most of companies that pay minimum wage. So, that place, a taco place, has to raise their prices. Well, typically most of their, a lot more of the people that make a minimum wage will shop at a place like that. So it hurts them directly, most in more than one way.
Yeah. And then
It's
the
just
other
economics.
end of the vicious circle is, so they run short staffed, which hurts service, which causes customers to leave, which brings less revenue, which, yeah, and then it keeps snowballing.
It's a snowball.
Yeah.
It might hurt people's feelings, but that's like an economic reality. It hurts the people disproportionately more, the ones that are affected by it.
Well,
East Texas Trucker in here. Well, we all gonna sing happy birthday to East Texas Trucker? What are we doing here?
Happy birthday.
How many years young are you? Oh, we got no audio on you. No audio. Just Trucking says, "Oh, Chopper. Yeah, that's Hot Shots. That was a good movie. There we go. We got your audio."
25.
Oh, jeez. I remember 25.
I now get that juicy decrease on car insurance now.
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
Nice. I don't remember 25. I was trying to drink St. Louis dry.
Oh man.
How'd that work for you?
Not well. Let's see. No, I was 25. I did not end up in jail that year, so not so bad.
All right.
I couldn't even do 2 margaritas. I got halfway through the second one and nope. Too sugary.
Well, Sally can't even put away a margarita. How do you like that?
I guess that's what happens when you're out on the road for 8 weeks. You're not drinking at all. I have no tolerance anymore.
That's right.
So
all right. What's the best trucker legal plan to join? Cuban Trucker, go check out Cassius King's channel. He's got a legal plan that he promotes.
I just signed up for that.
TVC Pro Driver.
Yep.
He's got some kind of discount code for you, I think.
Yeah, it was on that video with the fuel discount card that he was explaining that.
Yeah,
I'll be signing up for that myself as well.
Survive to Thrive says my shop has 8 bays. Used to have a tech per bay. Now they're down to 3. Yeah, so I mean, okay, so you guys are feeling it too. Kind of thought that might be the case. Shorthanded, and let me guess, you probably can't find help at any price, and you're probably paying a whole bunch of money, and still can't find help.
Right.
Just taking a shot in the dark if you know what everybody else is going through.
So, and also this, and maybe it's just because of jobs I've worked in my career, which have all been in the trucking industry. But like, the shop told me the other day when I was like, well, the part showed up, can you work on it tonight? Which was a Friday night. Now this shop closes on Fridays and isn't open on the weekends. And I said, can you get somebody to work some overtime and get this done for me? His exact words were, I already asked, nobody wants to work overtime. Like, every job I've had to work until the job was completed. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't, 3 o'clock didn't come and I could just punch out and go home at 3 o'clock. Like, I had to finish what I was doing. And the fact that nobody was willing to stay like 4 hours for me, which in turn turned into a whole nother week-long process, it just blows my mind. Like, I used to work where overtime meant like extra money for me. You know what I mean? It meant my car payment.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's hard work though too. Being a diesel mechanic is a hard job.
I get that. And I'm not knocking diesel mechanics. I'm just saying it strikes me. I don't know. I don't want to.
It's not just that. It's anything anymore. I mean, yeah, I don't know. What have we done? What
shop
have we
that
done?
I went to this week to get my truck worked on, they were saying, well, if you end up having to sell your truck in the next couple months, we'd be happy to if you come and work for us as a tech and we could train you. I'm like, wow, is it that bad?
Ask them how much money.
Yeah.
Shoot. We all might be doing that. MN Trucking says Target and Walmart just reported they have too many products in their warehouse. That ain't good for us.
Huh.
I think that's not good for us. Stavros says McDonald's using their touch screens to order, no one at the counter. Yeah, I refuse to use that. I refuse to. If I'm going to do your job, I want a discount, number one. No, I'm serious. Like, they're training us to do their work for them. And number two, you know, the employees, they're replacing you. You know,
Do you remember the story I told you?
I don't remember.
I walked up to the lady to order my food at McDonald's, and she told me to use the touchscreen kiosk, and I said, I'm not going to use that. I'll order it through you. And she goes, no, use that. And I said, you realize that's replacing you, right? And she just looked at me and said, sir, you need to use that to order your food.
I just walk out. I
I
won't
did.
use self
I didn't
checkouts
get
either.
food there.
Yeah.
There's a newer Roadies that just opened here in Boise. It has one checkout. Well, it has like 6 checkouts, but it only has one where they will check you out. The rest are self checkouts.
Yeah. And I'm that guy that'll stand in line forever and just wait. I understand it's convenient, blah blah blah, that self checkout thing. I just hate it. I'm like such a curmudgeon. I hate the concept of it. It's like,
you know, if I'm working here, I want to know when payday is.
yeah, if I work for you, then yeah, pay me. And if I screw something up, you can't hold me responsible. I was never trained how to use this damn thing. It's just irritating.
I got to run, guys.
Later.
All right.
Hockey game must be on.
Yeah.
I
mean, half the time they don't even work, and then they end up with a huge line just backed up, and only one person can check you out anyway.
Yeah.
Scott
Shop fees.
He should have said keep on and then killed himself and taken it away from you.
He didn't even give me the chance.
I know.
I feel cheated. Get your ass back in here. so I can hang up on you.
I could kick you out.
Yeah. Shop fee says, I can barely afford fast food now. I paid $11.60 for a foot-long sub at Subway. No extra meat or cheese. Dang.
Yeah.
Dang. M. Reeves paid $40,800 to rebuild a Caterpillar in 2.5 weeks. Ah, jeepers. Damn. Oh, steer wheel holder. Thank you, sir, for a $20 super chat. I appreciate that.
Oh,
Thanks so much.
Back to Icy and his AC problem. If they just had his engine apart, put back together, he may be having an AC leak somewhere.
True. Yeah, but if it's low on Freon, the compressor would cycle a lot, cycle on and off. So
yeah, it'd go on and off a lot.
Yeah, if you're seeing that, that's called short cycling. That's another way you know your refrigerant is low. Mm-hmm. It's cheap. I would just suck it out and recharge it. See what, put some dye in there. Make sure you got some dye in there, and fill it up with them Walmart cans. Make sure you follow the label on your firewall how much to put in there, and watch for any leaks. It's cheap. Well, it used to be cheap. I wonder how much those cans cost now. Last summer I could buy those cans for like $3.49 a piece for the little can.
Right.
Now they're probably $100 a piece. Who the hell knows?
Hey, DIY. I was looking for alternative solutions to cool my truck at night since turns out that APU I've got doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Someone told me to check out the Zero Breeze Mark II. Have you heard anything about that?
I have not.
It's like a battery-powered like AC unit. It stores up power, I guess, and it can go for 5 hours.
There's a lot of those out there now. I don't know how much that Bergstrom night system costs that I did that video on.
Yeah.
I should ask, but that guy wasn't a dealer. He was like from the Bergstrom company, so they have like territories and stuff, so you can't step on that.
Okay.
But I got a driver right now that's building his own homemade system, and I'm gonna see what he has into it. All said and done, it's a tough time to put out 10, 12 grand for a full blown APU right now. Even $5,000. I mean, shoot. But then again, too, it's a catch-22. It's hard psychologically to put out that money right now. But then too, you can't sit there and burn $6 a gallon fuel.
Yep.
So I just bought one of those Icy Breeze, the coolers with the little heat exchanger in it and the fan, but I haven't even put ice in it yet, so I can't tell you how it's working. But
it just blows air across ice?
No, it has a little pump and a heat exchanger in the lid, and then it blows the air across that. So the moisture it builds just drips back into the cooler part. So yeah.
What does it run off? 110 volt or something?
No, they got a 12-volt adapter, and they do a battery, and you can do a 110. But
I'll look into that then.
Yeah, it was $300 or something.
The worst part about that is just something to get the humidity out of the air. A lot of times
Yeah,
it's not too
exactly.
hot to sleep. It's just to get that
All
swampiness out.
sticky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Just Truckin' says, I'm at their shop. Oh, Loves, I'm at their shop. Has 3 employees, open 24/7. Jeepers cripes. Dang. I think Amazon has a lot of minimum wage job workers. I don't know. I think Amazon pays pretty well, if I'm not
Yeah, they
mistaken.
paid fairly good.
Yeah.
And then they kick you out after 3 years.
Do they?
Yeah, they don't let you have any upward mobility for the most part.
Huh. Okay. Just Truckin' says I bobtailed to get my parts today. Yeah, I mean, I was talking about the Scott about that when that last part they came up short on. I'm like, get the part number, drive to get it. You know, it was like 150 miles. Well, they're gonna ship it, and I'm like, they ain't gonna get it for 2-3 days. Mark my words. And sure enough, the next day it didn't come. It was supposed to be overnighted, and I think the next day it came at the end of the day. So you lose 2 days. At a certain point, you just gotta. You're your own advocate. You hop in the car and get her done. Kevin says someone with a CNC lathe could make a lot of money making aftermarket parts in the USA. Would have to get permission from truck manufacturers.
That's
Hell,
what I'm saying.
just make them. Screw the OEMs. You know.
Man,
Just
I
make 'em.
would kill to have like a machine fabrication shop right now.
Yeah,
Like-
I'd just be bootlegging whatever.
No.
Get
Nope.
yourself a 3D printer. Yeah, if you had a 3D printer right now, think of all the things you could make. You know, not everything they need is metal. Who this? Who that?
Hey now,
Hey,
that Mark II Breeze thing, I did a lot of research on those. The thing is 2300 B not gonna cool. That's not gonna cool a sleeper.
Oh,
Is that all it is 2300 BTUs?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd want that pointing right at your face.
Yeah.
oh well.
So tell us about, or did you already say it on your channel there, Cash, about what you're building for yourself?
Yeah, I got a 5,000 BTU air conditioner right there. Generator. Got a little generator on the catwalk, you know, pretty standard setup. You see it a lot on YouTube.
Okay. All right. Oliver
Very
says
cool.
I don't
We
believe
about
the
a-
label. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm about $1,000 into it at this point. So
Have you used it yet?
what's that?
Have you used it yet?
Yeah.
Is it cool? Is 5,000 enough?
I think it is. I mean, I closed the center curtain, but I think, you know, if you were like not going to close the center curtain and, you know, I got a front curtain and, you know, reflective shades and everything, like, but I think if I was going to do it again, I would probably get like an 8,000 U and, you know, just leave the windows down and run the hell out of it.
Yeah, I hear you.
yeah.
So
I
did you
was
just get like a generator from Lowe's or Home Depot?
Yeah,
Okay.
yep.
Yeah, get one of those inverter generators that are quiet or whatever. They'd be quieter than an APU. Yeah, I was looking at one of those split ACs where you only have to drill a hole, like 3-inch hole in the back of the cab instead of, you know, I've seen people put window ACs in where you got to put a big 14-inch square hole in. But
Those AC units don't last very long. They're not made for that kind of beating.
yeah,
all that rattling. They'd probably beat them up, I imagine.
Yeah.
I had a guy say earlier he's had one in his truck for like 3 or 4 years now.
The same one?
Yeah.
Wow.
that's pretty good.
Wow. Stavros says Niagara water facilities are using robots to load 2 pallets at a time. Yeah, I don't mind loading at a Niagara, man. They They load you. You know, they put you in a door, they load you, you leave. If that's what robots are doing, get them to unload and get rid of freaking capstone. I'll tell you that. Teach that robot to sort. Teach it to separate out hot dogs. Robot
No
can
more,
separate the hot dogs one at a time and do it faster than capstone.
I mean, if robots means no more $150 restacking fee every time, it'd be kind of nice.
You think a robot charges a convenience fee? $5?
Nah, they charge $7.50 because they know they got you.
Yeah. You wouldn't dare mouth off to a robot, would you?
Uh-uh.
Robot's real quick to give you a swift kick in the crotch, I feel like. If you got a robot that can get his leg up that high, I feel like a robot's pretty inclined to pop you one. Beautiful Sky says, what do you guys think about buying a truck right now? I think you need your head examined.
I'll sell you one. How much money you got?
We probably got about 50 people. We got 103 people in here right now. Probably about 50 of them will sell you a truck if you want one.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Tell you what, before you go buy that truck, find something to do with it.
Yeah.
Find yourself something consistent. Find yourself some work.
Yeah.
Don't be spot market Jones right now. It's a tough time to do that. Oliver says, I despise self-checkout. As a fat man who comes out with the grocery store with a few items, they're not giving me a discount for bagging my own groceries. That's right. And a guy can get winded doing that. To be honest with you. How long before somebody drops dead of a heart attack bagging their own groceries because of all the physical activity? Come on. Hey, idea for a lawsuit. Let's do it. Yeah, Scott was smart. Can't bounce him if he does it himself. Yep. Snorlord in here. Thanks for coming in, buddy.
Hey, Steve.
We need Snorlord's wisdom in here.
Yeah. Cash says, I love self-checkout. If I miss a barcode, I don't care. Give myself the missed barcode discount. You get away with that or they catch you?
They don't care, man. It's all about speed and efficiency. You know, if I miss a can of Beanie Weenies, I ain't doubling back. Hell, it ain't my job.
No. You saw me. Look at the camera. You saw me swipe in front of the scanner. You know, just didn't know that the barcode wasn't facing it.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. I wasn't properly trained. I mean, hell, let's face it.
That's right. That's right. I wonder if they were successful in unionizing Walmart, would they make them get rid of the self-checkouts? Union don't want their workers replaced.
Right.
Interesting. It'll never happen, but
Now you probably get Amazon will unionize first, right?
Yeah.
I thought some of them didn't they?
I don't know.
Oh. $9 for a can of R134 now. Damn. Damn. This inflation got me feeling a certain kind of way.
I bought the big can at TA. It was $80, the one with the gauge on it.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Truck stops got special inflation, man. I'm telling you. I took it back. I didn't use it.
That's just gouging.
Yeah.
That's gouging.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you guys have done or to what extent you're worried, but a few months ago I started kind of preparing for, I guess, this inflation and the shortages to hit. So I got a big freezer, and I've just been stocking it up with like beef, chicken, bread, and just a bunch of stuff. You know, I don't know if I've overdone it, but I feel a lot better knowing that if everything goes up a crazy amount, I at least have something.
Let me teach you about operational security. So you do these things, but you don't talk about them, right?
Okay.
Because people come try to take it from you.
Yeah, that's true.
Where's that freezer at? Is that freezer in the garage, or is that upstairs, downstairs?
It's on the roof.
Of that Mac, right?
It's on the roof.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So good tip is get a wireless temperature probe if it's like outside or you don't see it all the time. So in case that thing quits, you got a little heads up so you can try and save that food.
And have a generator to run it off of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And have 5 generators. You can never have enough generators.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely pretty low on the scale of being prepared, but it's something, I guess. It's better than nothing.
Yeah. Every little thing helps. Every little thing helps. Cole says, I'm wondering if the market will rebound before 2024. If the market starts to recover, can it do so despite bad leadership, domestic and globally? Is our problem the market or bad leadership? We got all kinds of problems right now. Leadership isn't helping the situation, especially with fuel prices. They don't seem to think it's worth doing anything about, putting an effort into. So there's plenty of blame to go around a lot of different places, and that's another show. That's somebody else's show, not really mine. And I don't care for any of them. All politicians are screwing us. Mark Cerrone says, I have a new Thermo King I had installed this past December. It's great. Got it installed for 11.5, using it right now. Yeah, I love my Thermo King tri-pack. Wouldn't give it up. But 11.5, that's what I paid for mine in 2017. So you did pretty good. You did pretty well on that. Congratulations. Barry says, don't overthink it. 10-pound bag of ice and a fan. There you go.
Right.
Anybody tried that? Point it right at your face. Mark also says he knew the part situation was coming. He literally bought every part for his Cummins for overhaul: cams, turbo, fuel, oil pumps, 8 tires, rims. I knew this was coming. I prepared. Good on you, man. Good on you.
Yep.
That's my Mark Cerrone. He's my favorite subscriber, by the way. He's Cash. I know you got yours. It's what, Adam Bennett. Is that your favorite? I got me a. Go ahead. I got me a Mark Cerrone for a subscriber.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I thought maybe, I dropped $100 super chat earlier. I thought maybe I was one of the favorites, but whatever.
No, I just take that as payment for the new hashtag I gave you about certain things don't care about your feelings. Consultation fee,
I thought that was a break even though.
Royalties and whatnot.
Oh, okay. Oh, we're charging royalties on using each other's stuff now.
I don't make so many videos anymore. I need the money.
Damn.
All right, people talking about different ways to make yourself a swamp cooler here with the ice. Mark just put in a 12K BTU mini split, and it works like a charm. Mark, how long will that run? Do you have a dedicated battery bank for that, or do you run it off your truck batteries? I'm just curious about that. Because I thought about at that innovation show, there was a couple displays of lithium-ion batteries for trucks, and they're pretty lightweight. And those things you can discharge to 0. Like you take your lead acid or your AGM, the deeper you discharge them, the less cycles you get out of them. Those lithium ions can be discharged to 0. The only thing is you got to have a charge controller on them because they can't be on a continuous charge. So it has to have something to shut it off. But they have big lithium ions you could put in a truck now. They're not starting batteries, but they'd be good for running something like that. So I'm just curious what kind of time you're getting off that mini split. Get rid of capstone. Yeah, we're all about that. Barry says the weenie sorting robot might grab your weenie if you mouth off to it. Be careful. If it has an opposable thumb, you got to get a robot with an opposable thumb. Ali says there is a new EcoFlow portable AC system. Came out 4 days ago. They're selling for $1,200. Here you go. Write that down, East Texas Trucker. EcoFlow. Look into that.
I looked into that. I'm already on that.
Any good?
The problem with it is, like, to get a battery from like one of these EcoFlows that'll run by, like, even this little AC I got, you're talking, on average, like on start and stop, what, 450, 500 watts an hour to run a 10-hour break. You need 5,000 watt hours. You're talking like $5,000 for a battery that size.
So what do you do? What's your solution? Oh no, you got the generator. Never mind.
Yeah. That generator runs. It'll run like 13 hours on a gallon of gas.
Nice.
Pulling this AC.
How many watts did you say that AC pulls?
At full blast, about like 700.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, and that's on like high fan and everything, compressor on. That's full on.
You could have with it your little Honda 2000 back there running that.
So yeah, that's basically, I got a Westinghouse version of a Honda 2000.
So you could just have your generator, like, whatever, bungee strapped on the back, and then not have it hooked up, and then just hook it up whenever you're done for the night.
Extension cord, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be legally secured and everything, but
okay.
That
doesn't seem too hard.
Yeah, buy you some little 500-pound. No. I got some videos coming about it here in the next week or so. Just trying to get everything refined down. I glued up my window insert today really good. So plexiglass insert.
Nice.
Like it takes about 3 minutes to like put the thing in the window, hook the AC up, start the generator. I got about 3 minutes in it. So.
All right.
Like those old idle air setups at the truck stops.
You mean the pneumonia spreader?
Exactly. This, your home AC is going to need to have a hot air vent, because the compressor is going to create heat.
Right.
So it comes with a plastic tube that hooks to this.
We got a lightning storm going on here now.
Yeah, I think you're getting what I had earlier, man. Them winds are brutal. Like this truck was rocking like a damn a dinghy on a high sea.
This lightning, it made my printer come on. Must have made a power surge. Somebody wants to know about what we think about the Tesla truck release. I think it's about damn time they've been talking about it long enough.
I mean,
it has its applications. I mean, there's a place for it. I think it's a good idea. I just don't think it's practical for over the road. But you got hundreds of thousands of trucks in this country that never go more than 50 miles, 100 miles.
Right.
They never leave the yard spotting trailers.
The new Tesla specs has 3 battery options. There, you can get a 400-mile range battery on that can charge 80% in 45 minutes.
Wow.
So
that's pretty good.
But I mean, what I want to know is how quickly those trucks start to decay, I guess, or wear out, and what's the maintenance like on those things? Like it just seems like something only a fleet would want.
You, sir, are interfering with the green agenda. You must be silenced. Don't you dare bring up what happens with those batteries when they've surpassed their useful life.
I was watching a video the other day. It was saying if you actually look at the entire life of sourcing the materials and obviously where they come from, it's not a pretty picture of how they get them. And then manufacturing the batteries when they're used and then getting rid of them is a whole nother problem. It's more carbon emissions used than in a gasoline car.
Yeah, I saw a thing one time. They made the case that a Chevy Suburban was actually more friendly for the environment than a Prius because
Really?
of the batteries involved, the resources it takes,
Yeah,
and then the
Yep.
toxicity of the batteries when it's time to dispose of them.
yeah. The show Top Gear did that with I think a Range Rover and a Prius.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
you know, I say, how dare you guys even bring that up? Like, what do you don't believe in climate change?
Apparently.
Flat earthers around here.
Apparently. That's
You
how
know
it
me.
works
I like
these
to
days.
trigger. I like to trigger people with simple questions.
I hear you.
There's no room for nuance these days.
Sloth traded some baby formula for some diesel recently.
Go Sloth. Another
Ah,
former
Nice.
Raider right there.
Well done.
yeah.
So we've got about 2 weeks left in the comment period on our speed limiter rule.
Yeah. Word to the wise: if you put too many profanities in your comment, they won't publish it.
Yeah,
But whatever. I feel better.
Well, good.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
I'm sure the intern that read and deleted that, like all the other comments, didn't appreciate that.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, so what's the situation with baby formula right now? They shut down some plant and so all the
Well,
production's down, or
they were saying there's some toxicity problems. That some babies got sick and a few died, and who knows. But they just shut her all down, and you got this shortage, and
Yeah.
it takes time to ramp up and put everything back in the supply chain.
I didn't realize it was such a monolithic production. Like one company covers 47% of the entire amount made in the country. That seems a bit crazy.
Yeah, I think there's probably a lot of things in the
that's how we
supply
do
chain like
things.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
monopolies.
Yeah, that's how we do things now.
Absolutely.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Ooh,
Lean
Nice Prophet
manufacturing,
says,
the lean inventory.
yeah, a 300 amp hour lithium is $3,200. Whoa, buddy. Yeah, I retract my last statement of having a lithium battery in there for that. Then, wow, I had no idea they were that expensive. No idea. Shop fees a $10 super chat. I appreciate that. If you go with a battery bank, you go with Life PO4 chemistry. Lithium ion is half the weight, but the life expectancy of a lithium ion is 500 cycles to 80%. Life PO4 is 3,500 cycles to 80%. What's that Life PO4 battery? I'm gonna have to look that up.
What is that, iron phosphorus or something?
I don't know. I've never heard of it.
Never heard of that.
Huh. Ali needs a remote starter on his generator. Okay. Tesla release sounds promising, but do we have enough charging stations for the trucks? We got to go. But does Tesla have a PTO? Let's not get caught up in the details, of the trucks being able to move and whatnot. It's just it's necessary to get them out there, right?
Yeah.
Details.
Park a couple on the White House lawn and rant and rave about them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
have a press conference.
Am I the only one that's got a deposit on a Nikola right now?
Probably you are the only one. I don't know anybody in their right mind that would do that.
I hear they can roll down a hill.
Yeah.
That's all I do is downhill. Look at my fuel economy. Wind at my back, downhill. Come on.
Oh. Cuban Trucker says just start siphoning the fuel from all the Swift trucks. Oh, come on. Oh, Shop Fee says Life PO4 is lithium iron phosphate. Okay. All right, we're gonna have to look into that. Sounds promising. I think that's might be what those guys were selling at the show, because he said it was an enormous amount of cycles. So it's 3,500 strikes me as right. That might be it. So
I wonder how much they would charge to install one of those things, the Bergstroms.
I don't know. Probably, I'm guessing. I would imagine probably around $5,000, something like that, 6 maybe. But they only cool, they don't heat. But it doesn't matter, because a bunk heater is what, $1,000, $1,300,
Yep.
for an S-bar Webasto. So that's
I bet that Bergstrom's. Sorry, I
Go
bet
ahead.
it's more than 6, man. Like
Is it?
AC systems for trucks are stupid. I looked at getting a used Park Smart system for this Freightliner. Used, they still want like $5,500 for them.
Ooh, man.
Yeah,
I think we're just SOL for like the next year, probably on everything. It's all gonna hurt.
Oh, I don't think we've even seen the beginning of it yet. Honestly, I really don't. And I'm not trying to be negative, but I mean, you just think about it. Like, just go down the line of chain reactions, and it's like, all right.
That's what I keep wondering. Is like, okay, do I wait forever for things to go down, or do I just buy now before it's totally out of range of price?
buy now.
Yeah, probably.
And why do you say that? Elaborate. Do tell. Do tell.
Well, like for example, the APU is situation or cooling solution, is the what's on my forefront of my mind right now is, do I wait till next year to find a solution and just idle the truck, or is it just going to be even worse by then? Like, is everything just going to have gone up $1 to $2 grand? And
That remote start is very economical, man, and it cuts your idle time down. Like you don't have to sit there and idle for 10 hours. You can get a $50 remote start, cost about $300 to install it at a professional place.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to cut my idling to 0. That's why I got the generator thing. Like, I just got DPF filters replaced. I'm not trying to clog them.
Do you shut the truck off at a red light? Start the generator?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something, but a generator seems like the simplest and like most cost-effective solution if you know how to set it up, I guess.
I mean, it can be, but it can be a pain in the butt. I mean, just think, you got to tote gas to the truck,
Yeah.
all the time. You got to store the gas, have a gas can. You got to get out, start it. They're not meant to take that kind of pounding unless you get a really expensive one that's like, meant to be like an industrial grade. But they're cheap enough, they're in effect, I don't want to disposable, but they can cheap enough you can replace it. And then in some trucks, space is an issue.
Yeah.
I got a for $76. I got a 4-year no questions asked replacement on that generator.
I don't like questions either. That's a good move.
Right.
I'd pay $45 to get people to stop asking me questions. What happened here? How'd you break this? Hey, none of your business. Mind your business.
You work for the FBI?
Yeah. Who you
What's
working
up with all
for?
these questions?
You a snitch? You wearing a wire? Stop with the questions. Here's $45. Get out of here.
Well,
Right.
I do have a little propane cooking stove like Cash has got right now, but I don't have 110 volt electricity. All I've got is cigarette lighter stuff. So once I get a working inverter in there, then I think I'm in business to actually have something that I can cool the truck with at that point. But
You ever try sleeping in the reefer trailer?
I have.
If seals weren't a thing, I guess I would do that. Maybe. But
My AC went out a few summers ago, and I put a sleeping bag back there in Georgia.
Really?
Yeah, I had an empty trailer. Man, it was hot.
Okay. I can see that.
Yeah. I was
You just got to worry about somebody closing the door on you.
Yeah, you got to stick something in that. You definitely take your phone with you.
Oh man, yeah, I didn't think of that.
I was parked in Ontario, California one time for a weekend, and went to look in my trailer Monday morning when I got ready to leave, and somebody had put a bunch of cases of beer in the back of it. I'm like, what are you just
Really?
put beer? You just put beer in random people's trailers? What the hell are you doing?
Like, I'll save this for later.
Yeah. Or they were trying to set me up.
I had someone put a junk tire in my trailer one time. Showed up at the shipper, popped the door, junk tire laying in the back of the trailer.
That's a good impression.
Yeah. What? Yeah, I had to drag that ragged bastard up and strap it to the catwalk just so I could get loaded.
Yeah. Yeah. Shop Fee says he had to
Now
replace
there's
the generator.
always a lot.
Yeah, he had to replace his generator every year until he got into the battery game. But you know, some of them generators are cheap enough. You know, the Harbor Freight ones. You know, you're looking at a few $100. You'll save a few $100 in fuel, like with a quickness.
In a week, at least, at minimum. You know. I mean, what is it?
Yeah.
So you burn what, a gallon an hour, idling?
Give or take, depending on the truck.
And
Yeah.
between 8 to 10 hours, depending on, you know, how long you're sleeping, I guess. You know, that adds up real quick with diesel going up where it is. So
yeah, that generator suddenly becomes disposable, doesn't it?
If I could get a generator to last 4 to 6 months, I would be happy.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem at all. Yeah, and you got all kinds of room on that frame rail. Get some, you know, get somebody to fabricate you a bracket.
Yep.
And hard mount it on there. You know, you don't want that thing coming loose or falling off. And bolt it down. What's that?
I bet I could reuse the metal bracket frame from that old idle free if you just take all the components out and just leave that, you know, assembly there.
It might.
Just strap it down.
It might work. Shoot, where did we? I lost my place in the chat. I lost it. I had it right there and it's gone. Bassery says, $20K down for a $180,000 truck with 400 miles electric. 1 million miles will save you $200,000 on gas. Are you guys willing to change for more money? Well, we like money, but we just want to have a truck that suits the purpose. I don't think, you know, most people in here that 400-mile range would be practical for, especially with the lack of charging stations. If you had a charging station at every truck stop, you know, and you rolled in every 400 miles, which, you know, say once, twice every 3 days, or 3 times every 4 days, whatever, and had to take a 45-minute charge, that's not the end of the world. But, you know, we want to see first. What's that?
You're gonna need 100 charging stations at every truck stop, though, to make it practical.
Well, I mean, a multi-port charging station. Yeah, the infrastructure has to catch up first. People will change. Yeah. We will. I mean, at a certain point, you don't have a choice. We all changed to DEF, didn't we? Well, you know, 90% of us, there's no choice. You change or you get left behind, or resist change.
Can I still have stacks? Can I still have 8-inch chrome stacks on my electric truck?
I hope so. Yeah. I hope you do.
I mean, they still do
Hell
that.
Yeah,
for, these DEF trucks, right? Like, you don't even have exhaust going out the sides, and people still put them on the sides anyway, and they're not connected to anything.
Yeah, they're gonna change hours of service, so you got time to charge them up without.
Oh yeah, they probably would.
No
charging time on your logs.
Right.
Now, there won't be no logs because the robots will be driving by then.
True.
There you go. There you go, Shop Fees. That's a good point. It says you can replace a generator from Harbor Freight for less than an APU service interval at a Thermo King.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Crazy, isn't it? Crazy world we're living in. Stop the Slandering says you would need a 20-hour drive time. Maybe. Wait a minute. Is that a cat I hear?
Yeah, I just rocked on its tail, I think.
Yeah, that's my butthead cat making noise.
Yeah, we did change to $6 diesel prices. Yeah, we did. We didn't have a lot of say in that, did we?
No, they didn't take my opinion.
Yeah, here you go. You can have fake stacks like the Hurricane Express trucks. There you go.
Ooh, yeah. Can't wait.
Those things, I mean, they're really borderline like ridiculous looking with how much extra they throw on there.
I mean,
These
the
new ones.
cost. What was it? 180 grand for one of those with 500,000 miles cash?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
That is
That
just
was about the numbers.
That's pure madness. That's pure madness. Yeah. I hope nobody did that. You're probably gonna see them for sale here shortly.
You know, with my uptick in subscribers, I'm thinking about going over there and seeing if I can recruit some people to come over there. You know, because the money's in the recruiting these days. You know, I'd be damn with all this driving. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'd drag a few of you into slaughter for enough money. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Lead you right off a cliff.
Hell yeah.
Could I suggest starting at GP Transco? That seems to be where everybody wants to recruit you to. Arthur Express. Maybe you can go over to Arthur Express and get a recruit deal over there.
Well, they got a waiting list on drivers. I need somebody that needs drivers. That way, when I bring everybody over, they got somewhere they got a truck for them. You know, so.
Okay.
Step 1: find company with $5,000 recruiting bonus. Step 2: put that code in your description. Money.
Exactly. Exactly. Step 3: roll the window down. Step 4: put it in the river.
Walk away with a pocket full of cash.
Yeah, I don't know though.
Profit.
Make sure. Yeah. If you put your electric truck in the river, do you get shocked?
Yes. No. You'll be like an electric eel. No. There's we laugh, but there's a lot of problems like that with the electric trucks. Like, you ain't gonna be caught hauling hazmat with an electric truck. You ain't pulling a fuel tanker. There's a lot of things you ain't doing with that electric truck.
Yeah, they'll figure it out.
Damn it, boy.
Yeah.
You ain't putting one on a cargo
out.
ship.
Come on.
That's for sure. Where do we go?
Why not? They can figure it out.
No, they're banned from the cargo ships because that last cargo ship that burnt down, that was because of a used electric car caught on fire, burnt it down. They say no more used electric vehicles on a cargo ship. Rowfire says, will there be blackouts this year? Let's stuff all demand to the natural gas power plant or have mountains of solar panels for the one pilot. Yeah, so that's something they're not talking about either. We big all these electric vehicles. They're on to be on chargers overnight, but yet they won't let nobody build a damn power plant in this country. So, you ain't going to charge them all off of solar panels, I'll tell you that.
That's why I recommend a cheap generator strapped straight to the catwalk back there.
There you go. Tesla semi-truck driving around with a diesel generator strapped to the catwalk.
Like it. Yeah.
Not a bad way to do it. Yeah. Are people going to take their half-hour break on the charging station lane? Cuban Trucker says. Go and take a shower.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wonder if you'd be able to run those yourself. Them charging things. It's just a matter of plugging it in, but like them CNG trucks, you got to go through training and all that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
is New Jersey going to let you charge your own vehicle?
Your foot slips out of your flip flop, and you get your sock in the water, and then the next thing you know, you go to plug in your electric truck, and you're burnt crisp.
Yeah, you spill your piss bottle on the charger. And there you have it. There you sit. Yep. Oh. Barry, Hunter Power Grid might not support 100 charging units at a truck stop. Yeah, you're going to have some massive high voltage in there. I'll tell you that. It's only going to charge
details, though.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the details.
No, just go with the propaganda. Don't worry about the details.
See, the problem is, here's the idea, and here's the green technology, and y'all worried about all that reality in the middle. So you gotta stop worrying about that reality.
Yeah, just go with the fantasy. Stop slandering says, how about an electric glider kit coming soon? You joke. What's that company? Hyliion had a retrofit for diesel trucks where they would
Yeah.
they basically pop your whole rear ends off and put new electric motors back there, and you could take I could take my Columbia in and have them turn it into some kind of diesel electric hybrid. And I actually, at one point I think it was like 40 grand to retrofit that when it first came out or something like that. I can't remember, but I'm sure it's far more expensive now. I'm sure it's far more expensive.
Yeah, I think when it was 40,000, that was kind of like you getting in on the testing level. You was in the beta.
Okay, yeah, you're probably right. Icy Profits RTI had a 5,000 referral bonus last year. Woo!
Come on with that.
Shop fee says Arthur Express, aka the Rent-A-Center Trucker's Choice.
So that account that I was on back at RTI, the Target account, they lost that account a month after I left.
Really?
Yep.
So you're saying is you were holding the whole company together? Is that what you're saying?
Basically. Yeah, my teammate apparently.
Did you call him up and say, "Huh? Guess you should have paid me more money after all, huh?"
Yeah.
I mean, well, really, what it was, they brought in a bunch of new management. They changed the account manager and then brought in like 2 guys that were from CR England, and they just started treating everybody exactly like a mega carrier. I mean, I was like, this is not going to end well.
Wow.
So, yep, I guess I was going to have to do something else anyway. Not,
I'll be darned. So what happened to your old teammate there?
He went to a different company. I mean, actually, the teammate that replaced me didn't end up working out. They lasted like 1 week together, and it was like they were getting in fights and stuff. So they both went solo for like 2 weeks, and then he left the company. So nothing lasts forever.
I wonder if this is true. Teslas have special tires to where they run flat and you get towed to the dealer. Where's a Tesla dealer? If I'm in North Dakota, they can tow me all the way to Texas?
Exactly.
Damn it. That ain't good, if that's true. Cool Truckin' says, I'm all about solar systems. If the power goes out, my lights will be on. Yeah, but it'd take a hell of a solar system to charge, 1,100 trucks in one day.
I was reading an article about that maybe 6 months ago. Like the size of the solar
array
panel, solar array fields they would have to build to support the charging networks out everywhere across the country is just insane. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like that would take like 20 years of fully committed to that to get that built.
Why can't we just cover New Mexico? I mean, what are they doing down there? Really? I mean,
right?
Come at me, New Mexico. I ain't afraid of you.
Basically.
Yeah.
Well, they can install them up until the point where they need to go back to the beginning and start replacing the ones that have failed.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The battery technology is changing every 5 years too, isn't it? So.
Oh yeah.
Especially if it's subsidized or funded in any way by the government, they'll be slow as hell to get it set up anyway.
Oh, they got money for all that.
Yeah.
They got that. They got money like that, but they don't have money for, whatever else we actually really need. Like,
hey, at least we're not Sri Lanka. Apparently, they ran out of money today.
Really?
Mm.
There was another country that was having that issue here. Was it Malaysia or Singapore?
Wow.
A few weeks ago, I was watching. Yeah, them people were rioting, man. They were rioting.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the world's going to a funny place. things will get very different here if we have a currency crisis. I've been worried about that for a long time, and it seems like the table is set for a good old currency crisis here in the United States. That'll get people's attention.
So I've heard India has cut all wheat exports. Russia, Ukraine has cut all wheat exports. Kazakhstan, a bunch of countries around there. I mean, that's gonna affect food prices, right? You know?
Yeah, I'll just switch to white bread. I don't have to stay with the wheat bread.
Right.
Yeah, I guess some Wonder Bread.
Yeah, I mean, hey, wheat prices get too high. I'll switch to sourdough. It ain't a big thing.
Get a bread maker.
Can they make bread out of cannabis? Because that stuff seems to be everywhere these days.
Used tires.
That's what a buddy told me anyway.
Oh,
you guys remember back in 2020 when the demi started? You couldn't even get yeast, right? Like yeast was just not available, or was really expensive or something. Supposedly.
We'll just do that unleavened bread.
Yeah,
kick it.
Us Jews
kick it
like
old
crackers anyway.
Yeah, we'll kick it old school. Yeah. Well, hey, I don't know what you guys are thinking, but I'm thinking bedtime.
Yep.
I got to get up early tomorrow. Take my dog to the doctor before I start work.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Routine checkup or?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
Yep. So, Cash, anything you want to promote?
Go check out my channel, subscribe, do it all. That's about it.
Yeah, With Both Feet has a channel. Check that out. You got a link you want to put in there or anything? Anybody that wants to put a link for their channel, get it in there. Get it in.
I mean, I'm basically inactive at this point with how little I upload.
East Texas Trucker got a channel. Where are you neck and neck with Fate Trucking? Where are you at? Were you guys battling it out or what?
No, I'm like 200 above him, but he uploads like 4 videos a day, and I upload like 1 video a month.
And you're still beating him? Is that what you're saying? You bragging like that?
Oh, wicked burn.
All it takes is 1 video. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
You're saying all it takes is 1 video of yours to beat him? Is that what you're saying?
That's what he said. He said, I'm beating him with 1 video.
You're talking a lot of smack.
To get picked up by the YouTube algorithm, that's all it takes.
And then, is that a towel over your shoulder right there? Is that a crusty towel?
This is a throw.
Okay.
I guess it could be a towel if you wanted it to.
Do you have a link for some aloe vera? Because I mean, he is just burnt Fate Trucking, man. Like
I hope he doesn't watch this.
He is red with burn right now.
We're gonna tell him to go back and watch. With Both Feet, any smack you want to talk about Fate Trucking before the night's over?
No, he kicked himself out of here pretty well. That was pretty good.
I'm gonna sit here and be nice because he's going through some stuff right now, and he's coming to my house tomorrow. I don't want him to stab me.
Yep.
That's tough, man. Yeah, I haven't been keeping up with it. I didn't know they broke his bell housing.
Yeah, he's.
Oh man, they put the screws to him pretty good, man. I tell you what,
can't draw the transmission to the block by the bolts.
No,
That's not the way it works.
No, they over torqued it and snap, cracked her.
That's rough.
Yeah. So, all right, guys, thanks for coming in tonight. I'm gonna hit the hay. Y'all do the same, and well, holla. Thanks to everybody for coming in. Check out links in the description.
You know
below.
what it is.
Hold on. Go ahead and tell us.
Perfect. Good job, Adam.
One's just as good as another. You want to try it? You got anything you want to say? I won't bounce you.
All right.
Hey, thanks for coming in, buddy. We'll do it again
Have a
sometime.
good night. Take care.
Everybody have a good night. Yeah, bye.